What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So as you know, CES just got over and it was a lot of things we saw there. So today we are covering everything that we thought was really extraordinary, was a sight of the future or something that was different. So let's get started. So starting off with Samsung, we saw two mobile devices, namely the Galaxy S10 Lite and the Note 10 Lite. Both of them come with almost flagship processors, with S10 Lite coming with a Snapdragon 855 and the Note 10 Lite coming with the Exynos processor. Both of the devices run with a 6.7 AMOLED display and at 2400 into 1080p resolution, which is not so great of a resolution but still good enough for light versions. Then Samsung showed off TV sets on the event. One was an 8K bezel-less TV and other TV set was something that changed its orientation depending on the content you were watching on it. The 8K bezel-less TV used artificial intelligence to upgrade all the content you were watching in 1080p or 4K to convert it to 8K to give a better experience. But what was really interesting in Samsung's booth was the Project Neon. Project Neon is something of an artificial intelligence. It is not meant to replace artificial intelligent assistants like Siri and Google Assistant, but as described by Pranav Mistry, the CEO of Neon Project company, Star Labs, Neons were described as individuals, as a different life form, as much as humans, which had emotions and learned from the experiences. Talking about televisions, we saw something intriguing from LG. LG unveiled a TV that unfurled from your ceiling. Though not available in 2020, but Samsung confirmed that the TV that they showed in CES 2019, it was a TV that rolled out of a box, will be coming by the end of Q2 in 2020. Other than that, LG unveiled a lot of artificial intelligence and Internet of Things devices that included smart doors and home indoor gardens and a smart refrigerator to make your life a bit easier and more connected to the technology. Then moving on, one of the biggest things we were waiting at CES 2020 was the conference of Sony. But it wasn't that much of an excitement ride because we didn't see what we were expecting. We heard about the Sony PlayStation 5, but we just got a new logo, that's it. There weren't any more details that we already knew, but that was it about the PlayStation 5 at the conference. They unveiled a new logo and I don't know how the new logo is different from the previous ones, but Sony said that it is refreshed. After that, what wasn't expected of Sony was they unveiled a concept car, Vision S. I don't know where it came from to Sony, but it was kind of a way to show off the technologies they have been working on. It included all the major new technologies. It had 3D reality audio with infotainment systems all around the car and around 33 sensors to watch, monitor the passengers and the traffic outside. Next up was Dell's Alienware handheld PC, a handheld device that could play PC games. Pretty interesting, but still a concept. They don't have any launch dates or anything. It looks pretty much similar to Switch, but it has a bit of upgrades or better things as compared to Switch. It comes with a kickstand on the back of the screen, so you can detach the controllers and use the screen as a monitor by keeping it on a kickstand and using the controller as a full-fledged controller. Moving on from Alienware's handheld gaming PC named UFO Concept, we get to other concepts that Dell showed off at the CES. It was a laptop named the Concept Duet, and what it did was replace the physical keyboard and the trackpad with a full-fledged display on the bottom of the laptop. It was basically two displays attached together using a hinge. It is something that we don't think that it will be the future of what we are using right now, but what it is was a concept. Basically it was Concept Duet, so we don't know if it will be any mainstream, but sure, it looked really beautiful and obviously you could attach physical Bluetooth keyboards to type if you didn't want to use the on-screen keyboard. Moving on, getting on things that could be that could be what future looks like. We can't forget what we saw at the OnePlus booth. OnePlus introduced the OnePlus Concept 1. It is basically OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren edition, but what was changed was something that OnePlus has been working on for past 18 months. It was electrochromic glass at the back of the phone that covered the glass lens, the camera lenses, whenever they weren't in use, making it opaque, look like a black paint at the back. It made it look really beautiful, but right now there's no thing that it will be anything of a mainstream thing. But sure, like the way companies have been adding more and more cameras to the devices, maybe this tech will be something that can be used to make devices look a bit better in future. Then was something that we didn't think we need, but maybe we do. Asus unveiled Republic of Gamers series monitor with 360 Hz of refresh rate, and that's a lot of refresh rate. That's a really high refresh rate. But honestly, we don't think that there's any use of it instead of the esports. Like, except the esports industry, there's no use of a so high of a refresh rate, but still it is there. So maybe just try it. Like at the booth, people saw 240 Hz and 360 Hz in comparison to each other side by side, and they reported that there wasn't much of a difference until and unless you were using it and actually viewing or displaying a content that uses so much high of a refresh rate. Talking about monitors, they don't end here. Acer and Samsung both unveiled their own laptop monitor lineups, and what really standard out was Samsung's G9000R 49-inch monitor. A monitor that is curved at 1000R curvature. There's no display out there that is so much curved, and it is a massive display. It is mainly basically meant for gamers with 1 millisecond of response rate, and it is not something we think that will be mainstream or be common, but it is still out there. It will be coming out, and we are expecting a really big of a price tag along with it. And that wraps up for the topics for CES 2020. If you like the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on other social media handles, tech.gizmosity on Instagram and Gizmosity on Facebook. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll meet you on the next one.